Hey everybody, this is Steve Moore, owner of Run More, this brick and mortar running shop located in Westminster, Maryland. Today we're talking about the brand new Altra Timp 4. Thanks for checking out our channel. Go ahead and do me a solid and like and subscribe to our channel. I really appreciate it, and it's a free way to support our shop. So let's dive into it. This is the new Altra Timp 4. This is coming out in March-ish of 2022. Again, things have been so weird with supply chain stuff, but that is the targeted date. This is quite a big update. There was a really big update last year on the provision from the provision 5 to the 6. That was huge. And on the trail, the Timp 3 to Timp 4 has been huge. Quite honestly, it's almost unrecognizable to what this guy was before. Just to give a quick comparison, Timp 4, Timp 3. Very different in very positive ways. If you've watched my channel before, I talked about the Timp 3 and how I said this was probably one of my favorite shoes as a hybrid shoe. If you were going on a trip and you could take one pair of shoes that you could rock in the airport, you could do a little bit of sightseeing on, you could road run, you could trail run, do a little bit of everything in. To me now, this is much more of just a trail shoe. Not that saying that's a bad thing, but this to me is much more of a trail specific shoe. There is another Altra shoe coming out called the Outroad that's gonna be much more of that hybrid-y shoe, but this is now gonna be your fun trail buddy. They've completely changed the midsole on this, and now we've gone from a Quantic. This is now a Altra Ego Max midsole. So this is the same midsole you'll find in like the Paradigm, you'll find in the new Ultra Mont Blanc. It's bouncy, it's soft, it's responsive, and it's quite an upgrade from what it had been before. I'm a big fan of the Timp. I've been running the Timp for a while. That of all my Altra shoes, it's probably my go-to trail shoe. Nothing wrong with it, but I'm very excited for the update on this. One of the reasons why is because of the new update on the outsole and the midsole. Bouncy, fun, soft, refreshing. Who doesn't like it? But one thing I noticed on my Timp 3s and Timp 2s, if it was really slick out there, wasn't quite the grippiest of shoes out there. And I've had people comment on some of my videos below as they love the Timp, but they just found that they didn't have enough protection if they're running downhill, wet rocks, all that kind of stuff you might find on a traditional trail shoe. And now that this shoe is specifically to me much more of a trail option, it makes sense that the outsole is much more geared specifically for trail. They've changed the pattern on it. They've made it much grippier. This is their Max Track outsole. Technically, it's the same material used on the Timp 3, but it has a much better feel to it, much more protection for what you're doing when you're out on the trail. You might notice looking at it too that we have two different colors going on here. This whole area up here on the outsole, this is much more of a more breathable and much more porous option if you're going through streams and you need to kick out some water. This is going to have much better drainage. So if you're somebody who's doing a lot of crossings and such, this is going to be a great shoe for you because you're going to feel yourself much drier, much faster with this shoe compared to other options to it. And that was one thing, again, on some of the previous Timps is you almost felt a little more restricted in that shoe. It was cut a little more narrow than some of the other Altra shoes, but it didn't have the best drainage. And this is going to be a nice update to that. It's going to feel much better on your foot when you're going through some of those bad spots. We've also talked about the fit on this real briefly. I have said some of the other Timps felt a little more narrow. And if you're an Altra fan, that is always sort of their bugaboo. Shoes come in a wide variety of lengths and widths, it feels like them. And we always get people saying like, how does this Altra shoe compare to that Altra shoe? And they've really tried to streamline that by having not just their rounded toe shape, but they're gonna have shoes that are more slim fit, original fit, wide fit, so you can kind of figure out where your foot fits in that line and pick out hopefully a corresponding Altra shoe for it. So this is gonna be more of your standard fit shoe. There are shoes like the Lone Peak from Altra, which is more of like their old school original fit that is wider. If you're somebody who needs a really wide foot, you might want to check out the Lone Peak because it is going to be a little bit more rounded. This is your standard fit. So it's still obviously that has nice rounded foot shaped toe bed to it, but it's not quite the same width as some of like the Lone Peak that we just talked about. So this is your standard fit. It's going to have the rounded toe box, better grip, better drainage, more rugged exterior to it, and a much more plush heel cup to it as well. As you can see, this heel collar has been redesigned. It's much softer in here. It should hopefully fit a little bit better. It's a little bit taller. That should be a nice little updated improvement from the last version on this. One big thing we have to talk about is the price. The price on the old Timp was $140. This guy's jumping all the way up to $160. So it has really done a big jump in price. And again, a lot of shoes have gone up in price, but a $20 increase is pretty significant. So again, you really have to figure out and make sure that you're somebody who needs a shoe that to me is much more trail specific before you invest in this shoe. If you're looking for some sort of hybrid road trail shoe, if you're somebody who might not hit the trail as much as you'd like, there might be some other better options out there. But if you're looking for a rugged, durable, everyday, bouncy, super soft, super responsive, shoe that you can go through a little bit of everything, downhills, wet rocks, stream crossings, this is a great option for you. It's the Timp 4. You can buy it on our website. Use promo code RUNMORE, just one word, and you'll save 10%. That'll knock this guy down to $144. We'll ship it out to you for free. Hopefully you'll have this in early March of 2022. If you have any questions on the Timp 4, feel free to leave it down below in the comments. Try to get back to you as soon as we can. We appreciate everybody's support and feedback. Happy running and stay safe.